find a way that you can be of benefit to the person you're trying to connect with. It's not instead of just focusing on leeching from the person. I find that so often in the case of social media where people will look at it as, what can I get from Twitter? How can I sell on Twitter? And that's their focus. And when they come with that focus and that mindset, it literally poisons that marketplace, and people almost can smell it. They can detect it, just like a dog can detect fear. Well, the community in social media can detect when you're in there to use us, right? So if you come at it with a using mindset, you will not get as much out of a social network. But if you come out of it just like a brick and mortar or just like physical in-person networking and say, how can I connect one person to another person that I know? How can I help the people that are in my following? I call them the tribe, right? How can I help my tribe members? Because if you're going to be the chief of the tribe, you're there to protect them. You're there to serve. You're not just there to rule over them, right? It's not a dictatorship. And that's why we don't consider people being part of your herd either, because once again, the mindset and the thinking and the words of herd versus tribe, it's a completely different mindset. Herd is like, I'm dictating and ordering around sheep that aren't thinking. A tribe is a group of thinking, like-minded people that all form together and bond together over something that's similar, whether it's similar background, similar interests. And that's really what Twitter's all about, is gathering the tribe together. You'll wind up following people that have similar interests as you, and they follow you because they want to learn from you, or they want a resource, or maybe they want, access to your contacts. But if you come at it with a giving mentality and saying, how can I help, as opposed to what can I get, it will make all the difference being in a social media site like Twitter. I love the word community because that's what we've created in everything we do. Think about the churches, the synagogues, the play groups, the recreational, the parks, the YMCAs, the gym memberships. All of these are different, unique communities. The gaming community, right? The book club community. It could be around politics, religion, whatever it is, something recreation. It doesn't really matter, but it's bringing together the community around something that you all have a vested interest in. So that's a great word. That's not something that you have to change. Herd, yeah, no one wants to be part of that. And you're right, no one wants to be part of a list either. We don't mind. Here's the thing either, is because some people are like, well, how do you make money on Twitter? Well, you can do that as long as you're marketing with your tribe, with your community. When you're trying to sell and market at them and interrupt them, that's when you violate trust. That's when you break rapport. And that's when people unfollow you. That's not the secret. The secret is being likable, being resourceful, and being in there within the tribe and finding out what are their needs and then simply fulfilling them. You do that. You simply find out what their needs are and fulfill them. You will be loved, respected, adored, because you're filling a need. You're providing them with what they're asking for. I know earlier, before this interview, Ron and I, you and I were talking about listening more than you talk. And I think that's another secret with Twitter is follow, and this is my philosophy, is I follow more people. I will always follow more people, right, then will follow me. I know some people have a philosophy, will only follow X number of people, and whatever that is. But be followed, be a rock star, have everybody follow you and worship you, and you're the guru. And I think that was the philosophy of being the expert, being the guru, that, people all hail and listen to you. But I don't think that's the philosophy and the trend of new media marketing and social media. And if you talk to the tribe and you listen to them, they'll tell you the same thing. But the people who aren't listening aren't hearing these things. So that's really the catch-22, right, Ron? It's like, well, the people that are saying only follow so many people aren't hearing from the tribe of the Twitterverse that's saying, we want to connect with other people. We can't stand when people are just talking at us. I call them drive-by tweeters. They come in, they go, hey, I just posted a blog post, and then they drive out. You know, and there's no connection, there's no conversation, and that if the people that are listening to this interview are taking notes, that's the first thing that I would write down. I'd put it on a post-it, is that it's really about the conversation on Twitter. That is the secret. Don't listen to the question that Twitter asks you when you first join on of what are you doing? Part of that, yeah, you can be sharing what you're doing, but that's not the point. The point is, Ron, what are you doing, right? What are the other people that are following me? What are they doing, and how can I participate in their lives? How can I start a conversation? How can I get the conversation going around something that we all have a common interest? You do that, you become a leader within your tribe that they all look to you. They're like, oh, good, because I don't know what to talk about right now, but you just started the conversation for me. Or you just started me thinking in the right direction.